And we're back with the Classic Auto Mall Show from the Classic Auto Mall studio in Morgantown, Pennsylvania. Joining us via Zoom, our friend Keith Martin, publisher of Sports Car Market Magazine. Good morning, afternoon, evening, Keith.
Good morning, and Keith is excited to be here today.
I can tell. You're raring to go. You know, it's hard not to love to, have a conversation talking about cars, right? That's what we all do. We just had.
I was on a family vacation with my son a couple months ago, and he said, "Dad, do you ever talk about anything but cars?"
I say no.
And I said, "Well, what? Like what? For instance,
Yeah,
what is there?
What else is there?" That's the great thing about cars is you could talk for. That's the problem with having a show is that defining it down to 30 or 40 minutes of talking about, because you could just keep going on and on for hours and hours and hours,
keep going on and on. But you know what? You'd watch your readers, your listeners,
yeah,
and the decline would be from like your 2 million now down to your sister.
Yeah, your sister, and because she has to. It's watching these guys who do these 3-hour-long podcasts. I mean, even if it's an interesting guest. At about 2 hours, I'm like, holy crap, this is 2 hours? I don't have another hour and a half.
Those are my workout podcasts.
Yeah, that's a good,
I'm at the gym and I'm just listening to those because I have to be doing two things at once.
Right.
I can't stop everything else in my life and just listen to those.
Yeah, how dare I watch a television show without my computer or my phone doing 18 other things?
Yeah. Where are those subtitles?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be helpful. I'm going to get one of those old-fashioned televisions that has subtitles on it. So
I want to riff sideways on Macans for a minute.
Okay. I thought I liked Macans. Maybe you're going to tell me different.
Well, they're the best Hyundai SUV you've ever built. A friend loaned me a Macan GTS, which is the super zoot one.
Right.
And I put 2,000 miles on a rally, and it was a wonderful car. It's not a Porsche.
Right.
It's not really an SUV.
Right.
It's just a really wonderful car. And so this guy was emailing me. He said he finally found his perfect Porsche with I think he said PCCBS brakes or something like that. And I said, well, I don't know what those are. And he said, those are carbon fiber brakes. I said, oh, for the Hamiltons out there.
Yeah.
And who need carbon fiber brakes on their Porsche SUV.
Yeah, because they're only $5,000 a rotor. So, there's... I know.
I love those cars, and we'll talk Porsches in a minute, but sure. I just find the whole Porsche SUV thing, I mean, Porsche, first of all, was brave enough to do that way before Ferrari, way before Lamborghini.
Yeah. All
those guys are worrying about it, this and that, and Porsche just launched.
Yeah, they just did it. They just said, okay, we're going to do it.
Yep. But it's not a sports car.
No, it's not. And it tries to be a sports car. And when you make a GTS version of whatever the heck it is, then that's saying this is what we want you to think is a sports car. And it's not. It's a good car. It's like good food. There's there's fine dining, which is, wonderful and this and great. And then there's just good old food, a good grilled cheese sandwich and tomato soup. Nothing wrong with it, but just not the same.
We got to give Porsche credit for being probably the best marketed car on the planet.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because, you see them everywhere. SUV, and especially in, more exclusive neighborhoods and things like that, you see lots of Cayennes and lots of Macans and lots of Pan Americas and, all the different versions of cars that aren't really cars.
Yeah, no, I agree. So let's talk my Porsche.
Yes, the Sporto hits the road.
I've had that car for 3 years, and right. What I've often thought with a ticket, when you take a 50-year-old car and you bring it back to life, it's never just, it needs points and plugs.
No, never, never, right? never.
Because the car is, if you had gone to Porsche in 1975 and said, 50 years from now, what kind of problems do you think I'll be having?
They'll say that car doesn't exist. It's dust by then.
So I really believe when you bring a 50-year-old car back to life, it's no different than breaking a horse.
Exactly. Yeah, there's lots of work involved.
And there's lots of take it, fix the things that are on your list, right. Drive it some more, find the new things, take it back, have the new things fixed, Take it back. I mean, you have to wrestle the car to the ground.
Yep, you really do, and pin its head and make sure its shoulders don't come off the mat.
Well, and you know what you do? You threaten it with your credit card.
It's got to be like a platinum American Express card to really be effective, though.
You sit down, or I'm spending 10 more grand.
But that's food for thought for anybody who buys an old car. We try to tell our customers, look, there are going to be things that are going to go. If you drive out of here and drive 50 miles down the road and the fuel pump goes out, I couldn't have known that ahead of time. You couldn't have known that ahead of time. It just happens. It's going to happen. And things happen to these old cars, and you have to be prepared to say, I'm going to make a commitment not only to buy the car, but also to spend money going forward.
Yep. We were coming home in the rain in my 75 911, and the right windshield wiper came loose.
Well, that's lovely.
Really good timing, right?
It never happens on a dry day. Of course, you'd never know. It's just because you'd never turn your wipers on a dry day.
Dark. I'm on the freeway with one windshield wiper flopping, and I'm thinking, cutting across the freeway to get onto the shoulder is probably more dangerous than just with these old cars with their little dim lights.
Yeah, you just can't see them.
But let me say, with this car, after 3 years, I think we've got it nailed.
You got it dialed in, huh?
When we drove it to the coast the other day, it was the best driving Porsche experience I have ever had in my life.
And that's saying a lot because you've driven a lot of Porsches.
I've driven a lot of Porsche. It's a 2.7 motor. It's a Sportomatic. Everything is the linkages are fixed. The suspension is fixed. It's got new pistons and liners. I mean, it just was unbelievably good.
And to drive a car like that, to get that enjoyment, you kind of forget, not completely, but you kind of forget all the checks that you wrote to get there.
Oh, you do instantly.
Yeah, because it was all worthwhile. You tamed it and showed it what you could do.
It's like when you make up with your girlfriend, right?
Right, exactly. So is it going on the market today or tomorrow or when is it?
Well, it might stay in the Keith market for a while. I've been moaning and whining about a 996 because of the power steering and but they are good cars, 996, but they don't have the live wire throttle response, that air cooled sound, that light in the front end. I mean, this 74, 75, 76 are kind of regarded as the last of the light kind of true Porsches. But the SC was 300 pounds heavier.
Right.
I've owned many of them. They're all good, but they become more car and less Porsche.
Right. Yeah. And is that because of fixing the things that are, that have to be, or making the things that Porsche fixed over the years, I guess, better and better. And better isn't always better.
No, well, there's two things going on. First, there's smog and safety regulations.
Right.
Porsche goes water cooled, and then we have impact and we have air. I mean, many things are happening. That the 2.7 that I have weighs 2,500 pounds. That's the exact same weight as a Carrera RS.
Wow.
And, as Colin Chapman always said, add some lightness.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, I'm such a big fanatic about the weight of car. Like my SL55, I don't know whether it weighed 4,500 or 5,000 pounds. It had 500 horsepower. Unbelievable car, but it's still 2 tons of weight.
Yeah, it's big and it's bulky. And, even race cars or Formula One cars are getting bigger and bulkier. It seems like everything. And I'm sure it's a safety thing. I'm sure it's you get that much power going on in a car and it weighs. I mean, can you imagine that engine from your SL55 in that 2.7 Porsche?
Yeah.
I
understand. But the other question is, how fast we've talked about this before.
Sure.
How fast do you need to go?
I don't know. I can't. That S65 coupe I had, V12 twin turbo. I don't think I ever put the gas pedal all the way to the floor. I really don't think I did. And I'm not. I'll drive it. I'll get out there. I wasn't babying it. I couldn't imagine going any faster.
I was in a Ford GT40. I was the first person to test one. I was reviewing it for the New York Times.
Right.
I got to a stretch of Eastern Oregon. And I hit 160. I had my attorney was with me, John Dranius, and he was there. And he said what he would do if we got stopped is he would tell the officer that I was legally blind He was giving me the directions and that I couldn't read the speedometer.
And you couldn't feel how fast you were going, right?
Exactly. So how could I be guilty?
Oh,
but
yes.
I did 160, and I remember I just stopped, and I pulled over to the side of the road, and I thought, this is an open road. There could be a cow here. There could be some car coming the other way. There could be a tumbleweed. Well, how stupid am I to put myself and somebody else at risk by putting this kind of speed on a public highway?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not for regulations to make cars governed or anything like that. I think that, that's the freedom of choice of having these things. But unless you're on a track, even a bird, even on a track you can have problems, but at least you're in a controlled environment, not in a random environment like driving down the highway at 160, which was hopefully more than 7 years ago.
Yeah, well, the problem now is you post a picture, the police can look at the data on the picture and see when it was and where it was and how fast you were going.
There's a YouTuber who blew up a Ferrari apparently not too long ago, and apparently the IRS is coming after him because he didn't pay taxes on it, and they saw it on YouTube, and somebody looked it up, and lo and behold, I guess he's going to jail. So,
Okay.
All righty then. So anyway, great to have you as always. And hope everything's going well in the magazine world. And we're still counting down to the 40th anniversary of your fine publication.
We are. We're having our 38th birthday party on December 5th, where we bring the whole staff in.
Sure. How great! It's just hard to believe that it's been that long. So
we've had some people with us 15 and 20 years.
Right. Well, continued success, Keith, and we will catch you. Oh, we won't. No show next week, right? So
no show next week,
and then we'll see you the week after. I think it's December the 3rd.
I don't know.
Steve, the producer, is like, I don't know. How am I going to know that?
I don't know. I'll just talk.
Just wait till you hear from us.
Okay.
Keith Martin, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Bye. We'll catch you next time on the Classic Auto Mall Show. We'll see you next time.
Here's a special offer from Sports Car Market Magazine. Get a 6-month subscription for just $19.95 by going to sportscarmarket.com/test drive and the number 6. That's sportscarmarket.com/test drive 6. If you're a buyer, a seller, or just general classic car enthusiast, publisher Keith Martin says,
we've been around almost 40 years. It's the Wall Street Journal of the collector car world.
Activate your 6-month trial of Sports Car Market Magazine by going to sportscarmarket.com/test drive 6. Offers for a limited time. Be in the know with Sports Car Market.
The Classic Auto Mall Show with their host, Stewart Howden. Available on classicautomall.com, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.